As the Bears gear up for another season, the pressure is on to not only compete, but to solidify their place in a hyper-competitive NFC North filled with fierce rivals. Every choice made in the coming days could be the difference between a hopeful playoff run and another disappointing campaign, leaving fans on the edge of their seats. With rosters shifting and teams making bold moves, every rumor, every workout, and every deal could flash like a neon sign toward a bright future or a potential disaster. Are we witnessing a pivotal moment for the Chicago Bears as they prepare to unleash their roster upon the league? In the swirling chaos of training camps and preseason hype, there are whispers and murmurs that underscore the uncertainty every fan feels. Remember the heartbreak over the years as we've watched talent fall to the wayside? The trades that never materialized, the players who bloomed elsewhere while wearing the dark blue and orange just faded into mediocrity? This is part of Bears lore. Each season, the hopes of this passionate fan base hinge upon not just who plays the game, but how well they are surrounded. Could this be the moment that shifts everything for us? This is Bears News Fan Report, the channel that brings you breaking news, rumors, and fan-driven analysis straight from the heart of Chicago. If you're a die-hard Bears fan, you know you can't afford to miss a beat this season. So be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications because in the world of the Bears, every minute counts. Now let's dive into the heart of the speculation. Recently, reports have surfaced that the Chicago Bears are not happy with their current roster as they inch closer to the regular season. Word has it they're actively exploring options to bolster their defense, specifically looking at a former second-round pick who has shown potential but hasn't yet lived up to the hype. That's right, the potential addition of linebacker Isaiah Foskey from Notre Dame could be in the works. But why is this noteworthy? Why are the Bears turning their attention toward Foskey, particularly when question marks still loom over the defense? Well, a few factors come into play here. The Bears are clearly recognizing gaps in their defensive lineup, especially with the recent news of injury setbacks on the edge. Austin Booker's spot on the injured reserve list is just one example that has left a glaring need for depth at the pass rushing position. There is no room for complacency when the Bears face a tough division, and it looks like Ryan Poles is taking proactive measures. Now, let's break it down. Foskey had an impressive college career. Over 3 years with the Fighting Irish, he racked up a staggering 26.5 sacks, proving he can disrupt plays and pressure quarterbacks. Scouts have often mentioned his athleticism and size as ideal for an NFL edge rusher. Standing at 6'5", and weighing 270 pounds with a 4.58-second 40-yard dash to his name, he has the potential to be a game wrecker. But there's a catch. While he was a second-round pick, his time in the NFL has been underwhelming. He has yet to account for a sack in his 2 seasons with the New Orleans Saints. This could be seen as a low-risk, high-reward opportunity for the Bears to capitalize on a player still in search of his breakthrough. What does this restructuring of Jalen Johnson's contract, which creates $8 million in cap space, say about the Bears' intentions? Yes, it's easy to jump to conclusions, suggesting that this could be paving the way for a blockbuster signing. However, while we'd love to believe we're on the verge of a monumental trade or acquisition, it seems more grounded. The restructuring seems aimed at operational costs and providing the flexibility to add a piece or two, the kind of move that signals good management without overspending on big-name free agents. But the plot thickens. Foskey isn't the only one on the radar. Rumors are swirling. He's also scheduled to work out with the Philadelphia Eagles. Is this a clear indication of interest or merely a tactical leverage play? Should he prove to be a strong candidate who wows the Bears coaching staff, the implications are staggering. It could mean a dynamic shift in Chicago's pass-rushing capabilities, giving their defense the additional oomph it desperately needs. Picture it. A young, athletic rusher finally realizing his potential and teaming up with established talents like Montez Sweat and Grady Jarrett. Now that is a dream. And speaking of dreams, let's talk about other buzz around the team. Braxton Jones has officially secured his place as the starting left tackle. Could this position solidification be the start of a new era of protection for our quarterback? With preseason jitters giving way to regular season intensity, all eyes will be on how well continuity is maintained on the offensive line. Still, amidst all the shifts and changes, let's not forget the curious case of Luther Burden, who seems to change jersey numbers like some change socks. From 87 to 13 and now to number 10, it's hard not to chuckle at the chaos that is jersey lineup management. Will fans embrace this latest number change, or will Burden find himself lost in the shuffle of dual identities on the field? As the Bears gear up, football returns tomorrow with the Cowboys vs. Eagles clash and the Bears showdown with the Vikings quickly approaching on Monday night. The implications of these roster decisions and the state of our beloved Bears could redefine narratives, but we'll have to stay vigilant. And here's the kicker: if we manage to snag Foskey and he taps into that college-level production, it could change the landscape of the season for the Bears. The stakes are high, and each move will resonate throughout the season. The question remains, can the front office seal the deal before the regular season begins? Bears Nation, it's time to hold your breath and prepare for what comes next, and you can count on Bears News Fan Report to keep you in the loop every step of the way. Until next time, bear down. Bears fans, I'm furious. And you should be too, because the winds of change are howling through Hollis Hall right now, and our beloved franchise stands at a precipice. If you bleed Chicago blue, subscribe now. We ride this storm together. As tensions rise, could a simple roster shakeup ignite swirling worries about locker room chemistry? How deep could this go if Ryan Poles doesn't navigate these waters with the precision of a veteran captain? Don't be mistaken. Every move he makes right now resonates throughout the division. Rivals are watching, circling like vultures, ready to pounce on any inkling of weakness. We know that the NFC North is as brutal as Chicago winters, and if the Bears falter in their decision-making, this could be a turning point for teams eager to snatch a coveted playoff spot right from under our noses. Speaking of turning points, let's talk Isaiah Foskey. If he arrives at training camp and thrives, what does that mean for our chances against the Vikings? Watch out for the ripple effects. If they bring him aboard and he captivates the coaching staff, could we see a reshaped defense that sends chills down the spines of opposing quarterbacks? Imagine the chaos if he breaks out, unleashing the heart, unbridled potential we saw back at Notre Dame. Each sack would echo on Lakeshore Drive, amplifying the roar of Soldier Field until the very foundations tremble. But let's halt for a moment. Rumors swirl that Foskey is eyeing the Eagles as well. What does that mean for our hopes? Is this just a clever ploy to drive up interest in his signing, or is there genuine competition for his talent? Contenders are always looking to bulk up ahead of competition, and a bidding war could ignite, accelerating Foskey's development as the Bears hold their breath in suspense, and we should urge caution as Jalen Johnson's contract restructure unfolds. Creating $8 million in cap space isn't merely a financial maneuver. It's clear evidence of the front office's intentions to make some real moves. But what type of moves? You can bet any signing won't be a splashy one. This could turn into a chess match, a strategic play to set up both our offense and defense. But is it a game we're capable of winning? If they don't follow through with something substantial, the backlash will be swift from the chilly Chicago fan base, who expect action over silence. As the Bears sharpen their focus, we turn our attention to Braxton Jones, whose promotion to starting left tackle could signal a new era of protection for our quarterback. The tension swells around this offensive line. Will they provide the shield needed for not just success, but survival on the field? Imagine the weight on Jones's shoulders as he prepares for the regular season intensity that awaits. Will he rise to the occasion, or will preseason jitters engulf him as the ice-cold winds off Lake Michigan serve as a constant reminder of the stakes at hand? And here we are, with Luther Burden swapping jersey numbers like some frantic magician. First, 87, then 13, and now number 10. Does this whirlwind change actually distract him from refining his craft, or is it a move that amps up his readiness to step into a spotlight that shifts quicker than the wind in Chicago? Talk about identity crises. Each reshuffle leaves fans wondering who will show up on game day, the playmaker with room to grow or a future star lost in a sea of numerals. Tension thickens as we stir the anticipation for the rapidly approaching kickoff against the Vikings. The stakes couldn't be higher. Picture this: the smell of tailgate smoke wafting through the air as we gather for Monday Night Football, the crunch of cleats on grass under the floodlights. Will the Bears be ready to seize the moment, or will they let doubt seep back in as they face a familiar enemy? If Foskey joins the defense and finds his footing, could he transform into a franchise cornerstone alongside the likes of Montez Sweat and Grady Jarrett? Picture their fury, an unstoppable front line against a Viking squad desperately seeking answers to their own questions. The clock is ticking, and the pressure mounts as a monumental week unfolds. Will the Bears make their mark before the preseason window closes? This is it, Bears Nation. Stand firm and brace for what's to come. Decisions loom, and dreams of resurgence hang delicately in the balance. Would you pull the trigger if it meant reshaping not just the season, but potentially the next decade of Bears football? Your loyalty is being tested, and so is your patience. But remember, the resolve of this franchise is nothing short of legendary. It's etched in the resounding history that defines us. Let's hold on tightly, because this storm is about to roar. Oh, and by the way, let me just say, with everything on the line, there's a fire in my gut. You feel it too, right? It all feels so close, yet so far. If we take the plunge, we could finally reclaim some glory. It's time to make big risks for big rewards, folks. Who's with me? Let's bear down.